Job 5. A message of hope and endurance. In times of affliction, when life feels overwhelming, it's easy to lose hope. However, Job 5 offers a message of enduring hope and resilience, reminding us that even in our darkest moments, God is ever present, ready to deliver us from the power of darkness. This passage from the book of Job not only acknowledges the reality of suffering, but also points us toward the unwavering presence and power of God. Personal anecdote. I remember a time when I faced a particularly difficult season in my life. The weight of the challenges seemed unbearable, and I found myself questioning whether I could endure it. But it was during this time that I turned to the book of Job, and the words of Job 5 provided the hope I desperately needed. They reminded me that my suffering was not in vain, and that God was with me every step of the way. The universal nature of suffering. The passage begins with a sobering truth. 6. For hardship does not spring from the soil, nor does trouble sprout from the ground. 7. Yet man is born to trouble, as surely as sparks fly upward. These verses highlight the universality of suffering, a reminder that hardship is an inherent part of the human experience. Yet, this recognition is not meant to discourage us. Instead, it serves as a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles. Every trial we face is a shared experience with humanity, and more importantly, it's something God understands deeply. Seeing God in the words, the comparison of sparks flying upward, verse 7, is particularly striking. Sparks are unpredictable, often flying in directions we cannot control, much like the challenges we face in life. This comparison emphasizes that life's difficulties can arise suddenly and without warning, yet they are a natural part of our human experience. Just as sparks ascend naturally, so do our struggles, but God is with us through it all, providing strength and guidance as we face these challenges. The ever-present God. Despite the inevitability of suffering, Job 5 reassures us of God's constant presence and power. 8. But if I were you, I would appeal to God. I would lay my cause before Him. 9. He performs wonders that cannot be fathomed, miracles that cannot be counted. 10. He provides rain for the earth. He sends water on the countryside. 11. The lowly He sets on high, and those who mourn are lifted to safety. 12. He thwarts the plans of the crafty, so that their hands achieve no success. These verses remind us that no matter the depth of our despair, God is with us, ready to act on our behalf. His power and presence are not abstract concepts, but living truths that we can rely on in our darkest moments. Practical applications. When facing trials, it's important to remember that God is our refuge. Here are a few practical steps to take when enduring hardships. Prayer. Spend time in prayer, laying your burdens before God, as Job 5:8 suggests. Meditation on Scripture. Reflect on verses that speak to God's faithfulness, such as Psalm 46:1, which says, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Seek support. Don't hesitate to reach out to friends, family, or a faith community. Sometimes, God's comfort comes through the encouragement of others. The purpose of suffering. While the reasons for our suffering may not always be clear, Job 5 invites us to consider that there may be a divine purpose behind our trials. 17. Blessed is the one whom God corrects, so do not despise the discipline of the Almighty. 18. For He wounds, but He also binds up. He injures, but His hands also heal. 19. From 6 calamities He will rescue you. In 7, no harm will touch you. 20. In famine He will deliver you from death, and in battle from the stroke of the sword. This perspective, though challenging, offers hope that our struggles are not meaningless. Instead, they are growth opportunities for drawing closer to God. The power of endurance. Job 5 also emphasizes the power of endurance in the face of adversity. 21. You will be protected from the lash of the tongue, and need not fear when destruction comes. 22. You will laugh at destruction and famine, and need not fear the wild animals. 23. For you will have a covenant with the stones of the field, and the wild animals will be at peace with you. 24. You will know that your tent is secure. You will take stock of your property and find nothing missing. 25. You will know that your children will be many, and your descendants like the grass of the earth. 26. You will come to the grave in full vigor, like sheaves gathered in season. These verses convey that by enduring our hardships with faith, we can experience a fuller, richer life, one that is ultimately crowned with God's goodness. Counter-arguments and objections. Some may argue that the message of Job 5 is difficult to accept, especially when in the midst of deep suffering. How can we see purpose in our pain when the hurt is so overwhelming? It's important to acknowledge these feelings and understand that it's natural to struggle with such concepts. However, the encouragement in Job 5 is not to diminish our pain, but to offer a perspective that there is hope beyond it, a hope rooted in God's unfailing love and His greater plan for our lives. A beacon of hope. Job 5 offers a powerful message of hope and resilience. It reminds us that even when life seems unbearable, God is ever present, capable of delivering us from the power of darkness. By trusting in God and persevering through our trials, we can find strength, purpose, and a deeper connection with the divine. This passage encourages us to hold on to our faith, knowing that God's plan, though sometimes mysterious, is always for our ultimate good. As you navigate your trials, remember the words of Job 5. We have examined this, and it is true. So hear it and apply it to yourself. Trust that God is with you, that your suffering has a purpose, and that by enduring with faith, you will emerge stronger and more deeply connected to His love. Don't let the darkness of your circumstances overshadow the light of God's grace. Choose to believe, to endure, and to find hope amid your storm.